Hi everyone. Today we are going to continue on section 19.2 talking about strategic pricing. The last lesson we explained the three approaches to setting the base price of a product. But today what we're going to do is move on from after we have the base price, how are we going to change the base price for psychological and discount pricing strategies. So our objectives for today are describe psychological and discount pricing strategy techniques and explain why they're used. And then we're going to discuss price setting options. Our new terms for today are going to include psychological pricing, web-based pricing software. So I'm going to pop down to where we were, where we left off. We talked about the last lesson about the base price and then the three different approaches to the base price. So the cost-based pricing is taking the cost and then adding a markup. You can do the percentage markup method, so just multiplying it by a percentage. Then you can do the keystone pricing method, which is just marking it up by 100% or multiplying it by 2. You can use the demand-based pricing strategy based off of what the current demand is. Competition-based pricing is what your current competition is based at, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, after we determine what the base price is using one of those methods, we're going to adjust the base price. So there are two different methods that we could use, psychological pricing strategies or discount pricing strategies. So the psychological pricing strategies that we're going to talk about are odd pricing, even pricing, prestige pricing, price lining, BOGO, or buy one, get one, and bundling. And these strategies are business to consumer pricing techniques that convey image and increase sales, okay? So when I say convey image, you think about if something ends in a 99 cents, that's going to indicate that you're getting a bargain. So rather at pricing something for $1, if an item is priced with an odd number at the end, it's going to make people think that they are getting a bargain, or less at a much lesser price than what they're actually getting it for. And so that's why a lot of companies price things with, $1.99 instead of $2, or $199 instead of $200. So that can be very effective in getting people to buy something because they think they're getting a bargain. Now, on the flip side, even pricing conveys quality and value. If you ever go and look at a designer item, like here, you can see, I'll present this so you can see it a little bit bigger. Here you can see this is a Coach bag. It ends in 00. It's never going to end in 99 cents. Or here, a Gucci wallet, $6.50. It's never going to end in 99 cents because that is going to convey that they are getting it at a cheaper price, unless it's a discount. So here, take a look at this. Oops, sorry. Take a look at this. This is the price of the product, $6.48. Even that's the manufacturer's suggested retail price here. But here, this is from a discount store, or the factory store, where you go into the factory, it's going to, you're thinking you're getting bargains. So you can see here it's priced with a 9 at the end, 579, all odd numbers. So this is the manufacturer's suggested retail price, conveys quality, but we know when we go into that factory store that it's going to be marked down. They're getting a discount with those odd numbers. So just something to take into consideration. What is the goal of your brand? Is your brand's the purpose of it to convey quality, something that's high ends? If so, then you want to make sure that you're using this pricing method. Prestige pricing sets prices high, conveys quality and status. This is going to be typically used by car manufacturers and fashion designers. We just talked about Gucci, or here's a BMW or a Tesla, something along those lines. So that's prestige prices. They don't care that it's priced high because it's high end and it's supposed to be priced high. Price lining sets various prices for the same type of product but indicates different levels of quality. I actually went in to get a oil change at Pep Boys the other day, and they had this exact same setup right on the counter. So when I went up and I said, I want an oil change, they said, well, pick one. The good service is priced pretty cheap, but it's not the best service. The best service is going to be priced higher. And a reason why people do that is because if you just put the standard price, everyone was going to typically align with this. But if you spell them out, a lot of times people will go within the middle, just because they don't want to get the cheapest. But they also are like, oh, well, $44, that's a little much, but I can spend more than $24 so I can get the middle tier service. So that's a way of upselling. There's also buy one, get one pricing. This pricing strategy gives customers a free or reduced price item for purchasing one at full price. It conveys value and savings. A lot of times this is used buy one, get one half off. And so people maybe only had the intentions of going in and buying one pair of shoes, but they said, you know what, I got to get a second one now because I can get one at half price. And sometimes that helps to bring people in the store, number one. And number two, even though they're getting the second product um, at half price, the markup on that product could be more than half price. And so you're still getting more profit from offering that second item. Bundling combines two or more service or products for one price, and it conveys savings and value. A lot of times this is done with cable companies, so you can see, the Fios triple play over here. Just take a second and think, do you have a home phone line, and do you ever use it? Because I have a home phone line because we were, tricked into this, triple play with Comcast, not Fios. But we have a home phone line. We never use it. I don't even know what the phone number is. But we got a better television and cable plan and better internet service. And so we went with this bigger bundle because we got more money, or more value. So we're spending more, but it's a better value. And so we went with that. And that's why a lot of companies do choose to bundle. Now, there are pricing strategies that are specifically focused on business to consumers. So they are, business to business. So business to business discount pricing strategies are different than the business to consumers strategies that we just talked about. So business to business strategies include cash discount, promotional discount, quantity discount, seasonal discount, and trade discount. So the cash discount, this example, it's a percentage removed from the total invoice amount for early payment. Here's an example. If you've already taken accounting 1 and you've gotten to the end of the class, we've talked about that in accounting 1. This is 210 net 30. And what this means is typically printed on an invoice, and it means the net of the invoice is due in 30 days. But if you pay within 10 days, you get a 2% discount. So 2 is the discount percent. 10 is the number of days the discount is available. And it means otherwise the net or all of it is due. And then the credit period in 30 days, it's due in 30 days. A promotional discount is given to businesses for promoting a manufacturer's product. You can see here, this is a Target ad, but it features all Apple products. It's likely that Apple gave Target a promotional discount on these items that they're selling at their store for highlighting them in their ad. So that is one way that manufacturers can get their products highlighted by offering that discount to the retailer. A quantity discounts offered a reduced per price item for larger numbers of an item increase. This is also known as economies of scale. So if you buy something in a higher quantity, the discount is typically going to be higher. So you'll be able to purchase um, units at a cheaper price per unit. You're spending more in total, but you're getting more, so the price per unit is less. A seasonal discount is given to retailers that buy inventory early. That's why we often see products coming to the market earlier and earlier, because different retailers are getting those products at a discounted price. And a trade discount is not a real discount. It's just the way manufacturers quote prices to wholesalers and retailers. So it's like a discount off the base price that different companies are going to receive. So these would be to wholesalers and retailers, not to the customers. So just to go over the process for setting the price that we've talked about in this whole chapter are: number one, establish your price goals to either maximize profits or maximize sales. We talked about that in 19.1. Then to estimate the demand, cost, and needed profit by product. Study the competition. Then in 19.2, the first part of 19.2, we talked about choosing a price approach to determine the base price. And then once you do that, you fine-tune your price by using pricing strategies and techniques that we've talked about today. So I just want to reinforce the fact here that setting the price is a process. It's not just picking an arbitrary number. You need to take all of these things into consideration in order for you to price a product properly. So now we are going to move on to the activities for today. So if you continue on in your notes, we're going down to, this is page 11. And we're going to look at this pricing techniques activity. So the first part of the activity is to look at all of these different pricing strategies and put them into the different categories, whether they are psychological pricing or discount pricing. So you have to choose which box each one of these should be listed in. You can just bullet them in each box. Every single item here should be listed. And then moving on, the directions for this next activity say: in the consumer market, psychological pricing techniques are often used. Some common business to consumer psychological pricing techniques include odd, even, and prestige pricing, price lining, BOGO, and bundling. In the following examples, write the pricing technique in the space provided for each example, and some examples use more than one technique. So our first example here says Joy 1000, a perfume by a French designer, Jean Patou, is priced at $190. You have to then tell me, of all of these B2C pricing techniques here, which one is being utilized. And again, it can be more than one. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop back onto the Google Meet, and I will help you the best I can.